Hi class. We're going to go over what search engine marketing is and help explain the topic, and hopefully you'll understand a little bit more about what this class covers and why you're in it. So search engine marketing, if we look at a definition of it, there are several definitions, but we're going to look at one of my favorite resources, which is the SEMrush blog. And search engine marketing refers to the practice of promoting websites by increasing their visibility in search engine result pages on the SERP, as we call it, primarily through paid advertising, but can also include SEO. So one of the things I'd like to cover in this class is, what does this actually mean? When we look at search, the first thing we often think of is Google. Google has the most searches of the web browser searches on the internet. So compared to like Bing and compared to like DuckDuckGo, Google is typically the place that people go to search. So when you think of it, it's like just Google it. Google has become a term synonymous for search. So when we look at SEO, that's what we're going to start with first. That is search engine optimization. Search engine optimization covers the organic stuff that we control, right? So if we were to look at this article of SEM and SEO, we understand that SEO is essentially your free traffic. So it is the information that you put out on the internet in a correct format that when people are searching, they can find your information. On top of that, we will layer our pay-per-click marketing, which this is what we will cover in the second half of the class. So if we think of it, the whole first half of the class is going to be focused on SEO, and then the whole second half of the class is going to be focused on our Google Ads or our pay-per-click marketing. The reason that we start with SEO is because we want a strong understanding of how content works and how we write content for specific topics in order to set ourselves up for success when we do get into our pay-per-click ads. So if we were to go to Google, let's take a look at what information on Google we're talking about. When we look at a search engine result page, we're talking about this page here. Essentially, when we type in a term is what ends up coming out down below. So it looks like some trending searches, at least for me, are, one of them is Costco mirrors. So let's take a look at this search term. So if someone's looking at the search term, essentially it could be that they're looking to shop. So this is sponsored up here. This information above, these are all sponsored ads which are paid for. They are shopping ads. Again, we'll get to this in the second part of the class, but I want you to understand what is on a SERP page. So I guess there's this mirror that's going viral, and that is why this is a popular topic. So you can see that news is pulling into the search page as well. So it's top stories right here. Then we go down below. This is the organic content. So this means this content was created and is hosted on a website, and these are not paid ads. So for example, if we were to go click on wall mirrors Costco, this is information Costco has created about the wall mirrors. It looks like currently there's a duplicate mirror that rivals a high dollar mirror from Anthropologie. So this is an organic ad from an organic article from USA Today that is talking about the mirror. So when we're looking at this type of content, we just want to understand what is paid and what is unpaid. So far, when we're in this section, these are all unpaid articles, or if you call them web links. And then this is information that Google pulls specifically from websites, and it basically strips out the most important information to match the query that the user is searching. So for example, when we're talking about Costco mirrors, you basically, why are mirrors in style now? What's the best mirror? And then this type of information is actually coming out from an organic source. So the better that we create our articles, the more information we're going to surface to Google, and then we can be featured in their snippets of information. So let's go down here. Now we have a little bit more. Looks like these are more shopping ads. And let's see. And then we come back to related searches. So in here, we can see that the page keeps scrolling and scrolling, and we will see that, let's see if we can get to the bottom. We are on an infinite loop of the page. There are some instances where Google will put you on page 2 or 3 and you will see it at the bottom. It just depends on like your experience that you're having. But when we talk about page rank and things like that, essentially it's like, are you showing up below the fold or above the fold? So below the fold is anything where we're scrolling, and farther down here. So for example, let's take a look. This Instagram article, this is showing up below the fold. It's pulling in from a different source. This Costco ad, again, pulling in from a different news source. So you can see that we're quite a ways below the fold. So more than likely, the clicks down there won't get as many clicks as we do up here. I'm going to change topics here. Hopefully you didn't get too dizzy with me scrolling up that quickly, but I just wanted to take a look at how important it is to be above the fold. So let's take a look at a topic more relevant. Let's take a look at something on Kalispell. And again, this is just a random topic, so we'll see what happens. So if we look at hair salons in Kalispell, for example, let's say like I haven't got my hair cut all in like a year, so I am looking for some place to go. In this search, what I'm seeing here is a section that we'll talk about in the later half of the semester. This is Google Business Pages or Google Business Profiles. And this is also information we control. So again, this is organic information. Occasionally you will see ads in here and it will be noted by a little icon that says ads, but I don't see any for this specific search term. Keep in mind, this is our query. So this is what we're searching for. And we are again on the search engine result page or the SERP. So when we start looking at information down here, you'll see that these are organic results, right? They are not paid for. So this is what we're going to be working on for the first half of our class. We're going to be developing content that will appear in the title and in the meta description. So when people are searching, they will see our pages on the SERP. We'll also go over how to submit these through Google Search Console and ways to surface better within Google. So let's change my query one more time. Let's go to coffee shops. Oops. Let's say I'm like adventurous and looking for a new coffee shop. So when I am on the page, I zoom in, zoom out, have this experience of on the maps where they're located. You can come down here and see that there are sites like ranking sites like TripAdvisor and Yelp that usually they end up ranking above the fold typically just because they're so trusted for their content. And that's something that we will talk about as we go on in this class as well. And then we're going to see who else shows up near the top. So as we're going down, you're going to see some of the brands you might recognize. And as we keep going, we're going to see multiple brands within Kalispell. And we also see the yellow pages, which those are ran through yellow pages. There are also other sites that provide reviews. So Discovering Montana, for example, they're providing more information than the Downtown Kalispell Association. So let's say that you opened up a new coffee shop. You would want to make sure that you do your best to create a beautiful looking website that has a great user experience, and then also write wonderful wonderful copy for the website. So when we're taking a look at this, you want to make sure that your information is something that resonates. It talks about where you're located and also has like the name of your coffee shop. Let's change topics one more time. Let's see, we're going to go for blue tennis shoes. So now we're going to see that since we're in the shopping mode, that we're going to see this whole set of facets to filter on over here. So when you're talking about blue tennis shoes trending, Google's saying, what is the intent? What is the intent of the search? More than likely, we're looking to purchase, right? So within that, it's going to send us to blue tennis shoes and the results for those. So we're going to see a lot more of our retail stores coming up in this. and images of blue tennis shoes. So again, this is all of our search experience, and it changes. And when I say it's all of our search experience, all of our search experiences are not the same. They can change day to day. They can change based on our profiles and preferences set in Google. They can change based on our device that we are on. So if I say buy blue tennis shoes trending, we can see if that changes any of the rank or order, or if it has places. I am located on Oahu, so it is showing me places that I could shop for on Oahu based on my location. So I'm going to see, again, different results than you are just based on location. But just keep that in mind. Or when we're like researching something, like what's the best, let's see, the best smoothie for the morning. Trends like this, you can see that these are sponsored ads, right? And sponsored ads, we mean that those are pay-per-click. So these are companies choosing to pay to show up for this term. So I imagine that the term that they are showing up for is smoothie in the morning, and they're bidding on morning smoothie. That is why they're showing up. Then you're going to come down here and see that Eating Well has the top ranking website for that. And as we scroll down, we're going to get into like discussion forums and other websites down here that are top ranking. So this means that these websites have good information about healthy breakfast smoothies. They usually have lots of content that we write talking about breakfast and good images. And this type of blogging is popular because the bloggers get income from the ads that are from allowing ads to be on their site. So keep in mind that doing search engine marketing can be very important for your business. It is, especially for digital businesses or anything online where people are looking to find you. It is the first thing to take care of, in my mind. Once you have your branding, once you have your business location, you should work on your website. Make sure that you are up to date, have relevant information. So when people are searching, they're going to see the title tag, which is right here. And then they're going to see the meta description, which is right here. So meta descriptions, we have the ability to influence those, but also Google can choose the best fit for the page. So that's a high level overview again of our favorite page that we're going to talk about this semester, the search engine result page. Just gave a few examples of how it walks through ads, and which are paid and unpaid organic results. And we are going to be creating content for pages like this on could be a fictitious website. We're going to be writing the content for the page and also the meta descriptions and titles and the links of how your website will lay out. So that will get us started for now. That is our overview into search engine marketing. I hope you're enjoying the readings, and we will talk soon. Thank you.